Welcome into National Margarita. I almost had a heart attack, Jay. You know what time it is. It's 1 o'clock on a weekday. And it's Odd Takes. And it's Odd Squad. And that's what you're part of. And we thank you so damn much for showing up every single day at the same damn time. As long as you show up, we're going to keep showing up. And as long as you show up, we're going to keep pouring up. My man Aaron said, let's set the paper straight. Let's point the direction of this damn show. My man showed up with mini bottles and margaritas. Hey, happy midday to you. How you doing?
Oh, hell yeah. It's National Margarita Day and Taco Tuesday. I mean, today is just a holiday. I don't care what you are doing.
Calm down. LeBron might get you for the trademark.
Oh, LeBron can kiss my ass. It is Taco Tuesday. I guarantee not only I can make I'm good at making tacos. I'm not the greatest. I can make tacos better than LeBron could ever dream of. And I guarantee I could throw a rock in any neighborhood in Houston, Texas, any subdivision in Houston, Texas. I could find a woman who could make tacos that would make him leave his wife.
Yeah, the nerve of that guy trying to trademark
Jackass.
Taco Tuesday.
I made Taco Tuesday. Get the hell out of here.
Welcome in, 281-522-6336. That's where you get in, and that's where you can call the show and let it all out. Whatever it is happened yesterday in your gambling and your bad beats, maybe you got off on a win that you shouldn't have had. Or maybe you want to get entry into that March Madness contest we're having. So basically, if you're new to the show, welcome. And what we're doing here is the March Madness brackets. So every time you win one of the contests that we have throughout our shows, you get an extra bracket. What's the point of that? More brackets, more chances to win. What is the win? You get to be at the Flamingo on a Flamingo or wherever it is the hell up we end up in Vegas. You know, I always throw parties in Vegas for March Madness. I'll be there in a month. And you'll be there with me on the next one, obviously, because this season, you're going to play the contest on this March Madness, so it'll be for the next one. So if I'm alive, you're alive. Hopefully, we're both alive and we both make it.
Hey, I told my wife about it week and a half ago or two when we announced it, and she looked at me for a second because she had entered that first Marlboro race. She goes, "Hey, what is the prize?" And I told her, she goes, "Wait a minute. He's going to Vegas. Does that mean you're supposed to go to Vegas with him?" I was like, well, if we got to do a show. She goes, oh, crap. You better start your own savings account because you're going to blow through all of it. You're just going to gamble everything away. I said, yeah, I am. You're damn right.
And you look at it and you say, but there's one thing about this. I'm with Bo, and there's going to be winning. Shout out to everyone that's going to be hanging out. I know there's a crowd of you out there watching right now that's going to be meeting up with me out in Vegas. Can't wait to meet some of you guys. Let's get right into the show, though. Again, you go to YouTube right now, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe. Same thing on Twitch. Go to your social medias, share it with your friends. Tell your friends, hey, there's these two knuckleheads up in here trying to make entertainment out of sports. Come join us and let's have a party. We're going to start with Air Izzo. Why? Because yesterday we talked a little bit about the Juwan Howard situation. We said not 100% what the suspension would be. Well, now we've heard the slap on the wrist, as I think it is. 5 games, basically the rest of the regular season games. What do you think about that? Was that deemed for the crime?
I think so. I think that makes sense to me. How do I phrase this? I knew he was going to get a suspension and a fine. I had talked to a couple people last night who kept telling me, no, the punishment is his suspension because he doesn't get paid. You know, he's losing out on that game check. That's the real suspension. That wasn't enough. I can understand if this incident happened on its own and that was the only time it happened. You go, okay, he raised hands. He struck an assistant coach. Fine. Yeah, maybe. This is the second time in 2 years. Remember, he went after, a Maryland coach.
Exactly.
And went after him a year ago because he got pissed off.
Is that a punch or are we going to call it like a swipe?
I'm going to call it a bitch slap. Not even a bitch slap, just a bitch's slap.
Like a claw.
Because that was bad. Like, if you're going to throw a punch, throw a punch. But at the same time, like, you can't do that 2 years in a row and expect to, like, obviously, I've read, Michigan, their athletic department, all the decision makers love him. They don't want to get rid of him. Because that was the thing. First thing people came out, you got to fire him. This is the second time you got to fire him. I was like, they're not going to fire him.
He's royalty
around there. And now it's become even more so the fact that they're not firing him.
Juwan Howard's royalty around there.
I think, let me see. Somebody sent me last night. He's going to be losing, $130,000 for the 5 games. But then The actual Big Ten slapped him with a $40,000 fine. So it's $170,000, which, I mean, I don't know his exact. I mean, I could extrapolate and do math, but I don't know his exact contract and incentives and stuff like that. No. But yes, I think he deserved not only the suspension, but a fine. If you're not going to put the fine on him, then what do you do? Like, you have to do something enough that signals to him, dude, I get it. You're emotional. You like to go off the handle, but keep your hands at your sides. Get in everybody's face all you want. You heard, I mean, audio came out. He was yelling at a Wisconsin head coach, "Don't you fucking touch me." Cool. Do it. Get in each other's faces, yell, scream, whatever you need to do, but keep your arms at your sides. Like they used to teach us playing Little League soccer, keep your arms at your sides because the second your arm goes up, trouble comes.
Should we just do away with the handshake then? We've talked about this in depth over and over on this show, starting last week, even before this went down. We saw it go down in a college game. I even brought up some Little League stuff. Should we be done with it? According to Air Izzo, Coach Izzo, Michigan State, quote, not shaking hands, that's typical of our country right now. So he's throwing it in that instead of solving the problem, let's make an excuse and instead of fixing it, confronting and demanding it changes, let's eliminate that so we don't have these problems. Yeah, let's just do that. Basically, he said that they're still going to do it.
I mean, yeah, I 100% agree with this. I said this yesterday. I still stand by it today. You don't get rid of the handshake line. That was, I mean, he put it a little bit more eloquently and in less words than I used yesterday. You got to learn how to handle a loss. You got to be able to man up and go, yep, they were better than me. Just like MMA fighters. You got to be able to hug the guy who just beat the living shit out of you and go, hey, that was a good fight. You kicked my ass. He's right. As a coach, not only that, you're coaching young men. You need to teach them that eventually you have to swallow your pride and realize you were bested. So Izzo's dead on this one. He says a lot of things where I'm like, dude, what a scumbag at times, but Izzo is dead on.
Whoever it was just called the show. Go ahead and call back. I accidentally dropped you when I was connecting you to the board. We'll welcome to the show, 281-522-6336. Izzo says, though, that's fine. We're still going to go shake hands, whether they're there or not. He said, we're going to line up, and we will shake air if we need to. But my guys are going to line up. And that's where Air Izzo came from. Air Izzo says, no matter what, get off my grass, guy says. I'm shaking hands whether there's somebody there or not.
I mean, yeah, I think saying we're gonna shake air, like we'll shake the air's hand, that's kind of dumb.
Like, come on, we get it.
But yeah, you made your point. Just stop there. You know, I do it all the time. I say things, and then I'll add an extra sentence on there, and I'll go, damn it, why did I? You know what? Leave it alone. Like once you hit your out, leave it out. He should have just stopped with, no, you need to learn how to lose. You need to learn how to lose. You need to show respect and do that and be done with it. Don't, oh yeah, we'll go and we'll shake hands even if there's nobody there. No, just say, my guys will be lined up because we're ready to show respect to any opponent. That's it. Leave it at that.
Man hold up is what that makes me say, and that leads me into Man Hold Up Tuesday. What does that mean? Well, man hold up, the phrase can mean many things like this.
Oh, now hold up a second.
Or
Hold up. I said, hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
you see all those hold ups, they all got a different meaning by the way they're delivered. So today's hold up is going to start with the Hold Up Texans edition. Man hold up, for whatever reason, these darn Texans are popping up in the news, and it's not for anything good. And here is the equation. The equation to the Texans Super Bowl 2020 XX. Who knows when the hell that shit's going to happen. This is what we got. New head coach. Let me put up my collar. Let me pop my collar. New head coach Lovie Smith said that the Texans can be the Bengals. That they can replicate that. What it? All right. If my grandma had she'd be my grandpa.
Yeah.
What are we doing, Lovey?
I get it. He's got to do a way to sell himself as, yeah, you didn't screw up. You didn't just take me because A, everybody was going to be pissed that you hired Josh McCown, and B, you have to hire a minority because everybody else is being sued by Brian Flores, which they weren't being sued by Brian Flores at the time. Now they didn't hire Brian Flores, they're being sued by Brian Flores. So we'll get down to that. That's a whole different topic for another day. But Lovie Smith, I think he's I'm not going to say setting himself up for failure because everybody expects him to fail. Everybody expects the team to continue to fail.
Do
At
they?
least
There's a lot of optimism in the air. There's a lot of
okay.
Texans
Is there
being
optimism by Texans homer, by Red Raider or Red Battle Red Debbie or Battle Red Karen or whatever the hell her name is, and
careful.
Liberty White Mark and Deep Steel Blue Barry or Deep Steel Blue Bonnie,
I'm just gonna
whoever the
drink my
hell.
margarita. This
Yeah,
is
go
all
for
Aaron.
it. Go for it. If Toro is supposed to believe. Toro's out there going, yeah, Texans #1 all day. Bullshit. If you have a brain in your head and you think that Lovie Smith is the save-all, he's going to turn this team around, and you heard him say, "Oh yeah, we can pull the same type of turnaround the Bengals did." You honestly have to look at him and go, whatever the hell kind of drugs, psychosomatic drugs you put in your system, they must be really expensive. You must got a nice big pay raise with that head coaching hire, because I don't think there's one analyst in the league that actually respects himself and can look himself in the mirror by going, yeah, Texans could easily become the Bengals next year or the year after. Get out of here.
I get with you.
You got the Bengals already calling on one of your dudes saying, hey, you still want that dude?
They got a generational talent in Burrow now that you thought maybe you had something with Watson. Now they got a generational talent looking like in Jamar Chase. Something that you maybe thought you had in Hawkins. It hurts. It hurts. And it's going to hurt more as we get through this Texans Super Bowl.
Something ain't right in Lovie Smith's head.
Exactly. And we're going to get through the rest of this. What is the Texans' plan? What's the blueprint? Now you got Deshaun Watson. Well, news came out that Deshaun Watson fails to have testifying in civil cases delayed. So they were trying to delay the civil cases. You obviously can't. They wanted the civil cases to be delayed so he doesn't have to do any depositions in front of them before the criminal aspect was done. Why? Because it's easy. If he says something wrong in those non-criminal depositions, that can be tried in court. So then they don't want him to talk as least as possible, man. Right now, let's just get to the criminal charges, and then we'll figure out the non-criminal aspect. Well, no, not so fast. And they said no. It was the judge denied it. What do you think? What do you make of all this? Why do you think they're delaying it, or how do you see all this?
I think that his legal counsel wants to delay it long enough because, I mean, they were trying to delay it till what, April or past April?
April 1st. They're saying that the criminal aspect should be resolved, hopefully, or they'll have a direction, so then at least wait till then. And Deshaun's lawyer, he's actually in a case right now, opposite, like just completely separate of this. So they're trying to say, hey, man, we need time, which the other side saying, no. We want him to talk before the criminal side is tried because he's going to self-incriminate himself. That's what we want. He's got to tell a lot of truth in these depositions, and we want to see what he says.
And that's the point, is that they want, Rusty Hardin's not a dumb dude. He's also a very high-paid lawyer, and he's got a lot of cases that he works at the same time. One, if you're that kind of a high-paid guy, you want to take them one at a time. You don't want to try a million at the same time. Two, yes, that's 100%. You don't want him going on to do this deposition and going, well, I mean, yeah, I paid him for sexual acts, and then all of a sudden the criminal case comes out and they go, oh, wait, hey, we can use this. I mean, the one thing he's going to have to do is his entire testimony that he wants to do because he wants to defend himself is, Mr. Watson, did you pay these women for sexual favors? I plead the fifth. Okay, that doesn't look wrong. Like,
guilty.
Yeah. And yes, the criminal court can't use that because of the whole self-incrimination thing. But at the same time, like, the judges said, I think this judge also is kind of ready for this media circus to be over too, and said, you know what, we're going to get this over with. This has been the talk of everything. The second it was put on my docket, I started getting phone calls from press and stuff like that. I bet he's having to deal with all his own crap on his own time and going, no, we're going to move this thing along. You got to get this done.
Yeah, that's exactly what they want from a legal standpoint, because until that's resolved, there's not direction that another organization could take as far as a chance, knowing that the next part of this equation is that Nick Caserio's not coming down from the asking price. Hey, we're still hearing that he wants 7 at least total assets. Many of those including first-round picks, multiple.
At least 3.
What do you guys think? Odd Squad, what do you think? Is he worth it right now? And say he does get past this. 7 assets for a quarterback that won 4 games?
See, this is the problem with valuation and economics. The basis, if you go sit in any economic, college class, they'll write something on the paper, on the projector of like, this is how you come up with prices on stuff, and this is the way you build what an asset is of your value. But then you go and you ask the actual guy who knows things, who works, who has his own company. Maybe he's a plumber. Maybe he does lawn care, whatever. And you go, hey, how do you price an asset, or, actually put a price on the value of your assets and what you do? And they'll tell you it's only worth what somebody's going to pay me for it. Mm-hmm. Whereas Nick Caserio and Texans fans and everybody go, well, you can't give them up for that because that's not the value. No, the value is what somebody's going to give you for them. Nobody has stepped up to the plate with 7 assets yet. 7 assets.
7.
Who do you think is actually going to do it? Because right now, everybody's going, 3 assets. Here you go. That's the most recent thing I heard was that, okay, we'll give you a little bit. But when you have an asset that's depreciating because every year he gets older, every year he doesn't play, guess what? You're still paying him. It's depreciating. So do you cut your losses and sell them for what you can get? Or do you hold on to them and say, no, I'm not going to move off of them? And if you don't move off of them, fine. I don't care. I've said this. I'm not emotionally invested in the team. I don't care whether they turn it around or whether they keep going further down the tube. I do not care. But if you're going to say that and you're going to say, I'm going to hold out because this is what he's worth to me, fine, but you got to explain it to other people. You got to explain it to the people who sign your check. You don't explain it to me because I don't sign a damn check. I don't buy any Texans gear. I don't go to games. I don't watch them. You got to explain it to the people who are signing your check.
And maybe explain it to one Laramie Tunsil that took to the Twitter and said, is there more ? Now that the reports that they might sell the farm, Laramie Tunsil included, with the money, the bad contract, and the bad deal that was done from the Bill O'Brien era, you still have to pay this man. Paying him on a team that maybe has no direction. Many are saying, hey, they just need to get out of this. And all of a sudden, for whatever reason, the Bengals came into this picture. Mike Hilton came out and tagged Laramie Tunsil. I guess they're boys. And he said, my dog, we need to talk. Now many are thinking, hey, you remember the Bengals offensive line trouble? You saw it. We saw it. There was records being broken versus the Titans. You saw it in the Super Bowl. Well, if you get Laramie Tunsil blocking his blind side, what can the Bengals be? Is this we saw Brandon Cooks get thrown his name out there as well, and they're saying that they might sell him as well. They got to get rid of him however it happens. At this point, that means Lovie Smith is really up against it.
Well, you got to sell. I think what they need to do is they need to sell sell the few assets they have. And I said this before. I'll say it again. I am not against them moving Laramie Tunsil. You gave him a deal that not only was he getting a deal well over market value because Jack Easterby negotiated it and Jack Easterby's a moron, but you also gave him, I believe, a no-trade clause in that, and you gave him a short deal to where the second he gets out of it, he gets to cash in again. Get something for him. You're not going to build a winner around him. He's not a key building block to turning this franchise around and making him the Bengals. The Bengals want him. The Bengals are offering, let's say they offer a second this year and a third next year. You taking it?
For Tunsil?
Yep. Knowing you gave away 2 firsts and a second?
You got to give me something big for Tunsil, even though he hasn't. I mean, you're invested. It's almost like you overpaid for that car. And you're right, though. Just because you overpaid for it doesn't mean that the market's that, but then you still feel in your head like, nah, this car's got emotion. It's an emotional attachment to me. And the other person's like, I don't give a damn about your emotional attachment. How much for the Honda Accord? For the 98 Honda Accord that's just sitting in your driveway. You're like, man, that was my first car. They're like, I don't give a damn. That thing's got 188,000 miles and needs a radiator. I'm like, all right. I guess I'll go down a little bit.
Yeah. Our buddy Q-Zorn says that number one, that 31st overall pick, the first rounder from the Bengals, call it good. I would say so too. I say get rid of him for one first-round pick, but I don't know, again, that Nick is going to end up saying that's a good idea.
Tunzel was supposed to be that guy. You remember when they got him and you thought, man, now you got one of the best at his position left tackles in the league. And now I think it's a matter of you also ask yourself, well, who the hell is he protecting? Whenever you had Watson, you felt like protect him at all cost. Bring in whoever. Even though it was a bad deal when it happened, you thought, you know what? If it means protecting number 4 to get us more than 4 wins, then so be it. And then now that you got Mills back there and you don't have any weapons, you're thinking, well, this might be a waste.
And what Mills put on tape that we saw in the last few games of the season, it wasn't bad. Do I think he's going to be one of the top 5 starting quarterbacks in the league at all in his career? No. But what he put on tape was not bad. And think about everything he did those last few games. He did it without Laramie Tunsil. You got to remember, Tunsil got hurt in early October? Didn't see the field again. Stayed out. So obviously you're not going to use him. Get rid of him. Oh, we need to protect Davis Mills. Why? He didn't protect Davis Mills to begin with. So get rid of him. He's another one of these Bill O'Brien blocks that you need to sell off, get rid of it, get whatever you can for it, and then keep burning it to the ground before you can salt the earth and go buy a new property and restart.
Burn it. It's like if a pregnant spider like we use on this show has babies, you burn the whole thing down. You say, I'm done with this house. I'm moving out. And this is the equation. Man, hold up. What are we going to give the whole equation for the Texans rebuild? What kind of hold up?
I still stand by.
I say, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
I don't think they even understand the fact of what the rebuild is supposed to be yet.
Trust the process, man.
They don't have a process. That's the problem.
Well, just trust Cal McNair, man.
I'll trust him with my Call of Duty.
Trust Jesus Easterby.
thing.
If you can't trust anybody, you trust in Jesus Easter.
Yeah, no.
Well,
No.
let's move along. Man, hold up. What's next on our man, hold up? Because this one's a good one. Let's get into Aaron Rodgers. The cryptic tweets behind Aaron Rodgers. Last night, he took to Instagram where he thanked all of his old teammates. He thanked his girlfriend. Some say maybe ex. Well, I'm trying to figure it out by the way he sounded today. We thought broken up, marriage is off. So who knows? Friends with benefit. Well, no, who knows? He still loves her, he says. Then he shows a picture of the teammates. And then on the bottom, you see there's Cobb, the Cobbs. And on the picture on the bottom, this is where fans start reading into things. And they said, you know what? What does this picture mean? Well, Twitter took to say this means that, man, I'm sorry, guys. You know, I'm not going to be with you. Like, this is the future, basically. I think he thanked both of them in depth. He said, hey, I love you guys. Right then, everyone said, this is the clue that he's gone. Did this make you feel any type of way when you saw this before what you heard today?
Before what I think it was, I think he wanted everybody to think this means he's gone. But I said this morning to somebody who asked me, he's a drama queen. That's exactly what he loves, drama. He loves being spotlighted. We know he does. That's what he is pulling the same type of wide receiver drama bullshit that all the others pull, except for he's a quarterback. He wants the camera. He wants the focus. He loves sports blogs all over the world. Will Aaron Rodgers retire? Oh my God. What's going to happen? Hey guys, watch. I'm going to put out this post. This is going to be fun. He loves the attention. He loves the drama. He loves keeping the Packers on the hook because you got to remember, he had said, hey, I'll let the Packers know before free agency opens if I'm not coming back because I have to do right by them. They've done right by me. If I'm not coming back, then they need to know that they need to go start looking for a quarterback. He loves keeping them on the hook. He loves having that cute girl, not hot girl, follow him around going, hey, Aaron, can I hold your books for you? Hey, Aaron, Can I give you a ride after school?
Maybe.
Like, he loves that. He loves the Packers just hanging on every word, every tweet, every Insta post, everything.
Today he was on the Pat McAfee show, and it seemed like he was getting softballs thrown at him so he could blast them out. Pat McAfee was setting them up one after another. So what about this picture? I was like, wow, good question. You got to it quick. It was kind of set up to me, in my opinion. Sounded like, yeah, I know what he's going to say. He said that this picture literally brought tears to his eyes when these two guys sent it. This was the picture of Kansas City whenever Rodgers got COVID. He couldn't be there. And this picture is basically a reminder of how much these guys mean to him and how much he means to them, like just vice versa, a relationship. And he said that the last 12 days he's been going through something, and this is what it's been.
Yeah, this is I'm going to try to read and pronounce this right. I'm not going to. It's called Panka Karma. It's a 12-day cleanse.
Okay.
Let's go through this just briefly because we got to get to break here shortly. But benefits: cleared toxins from your entire system, balanced dashas, whatever the hell that is, healed digestive system, enhanced immunity, decreased stress, anti-aging, improved skin luster, weight loss, deep relaxation, meditative outlook on life, and enhanced mindfulness.
That's what Rodgers
A lot of people call that a good mushroom trip.
Yeah. 12 days, he said he just went through this.
Now, it consists of 3 different steps, and there are several parts of each step. Step 1 being whatever it's called, puvra, karma. Essentially, it's cleaning out your whole body. You are crapping all over the place. You're vomiting all over the place. You're sweating all over the place. You are flushing your entire body out, which if you've done a juice cleanse, you do that kind of stuff, but you don't throw up.
Yeah.
This also induces vomiting and all that crap. It's flushing your system out completely. I don't know how dehydrated he got doing this, but it doesn't sound nice.
Let's get to the phone line real quick. Let's not make them hold. Who do we got? We got 210 area code. What's up? You're on our
San Antonio, what you at?
Hey, what's up, Jerry? It's Bacho Guido.
Hey, what's happening, man? You're in San Antonio?
Yes, sir. Yeah, born and raised. That's where I currently live still, too.
There you go. There you go. Well, welcome into the show. Appreciate the call. What can we do for you, man?
No, I just wanted to call in and show some love. I mean, I've been following you for a couple years now. I just wanted to thank you for what you do for the gambling community on Twitter, at least. I've won lots of good money with you, and you're always doing the right thing. So I would say I look up to you from a gambling sense, and you're always spitting some good wisdom when it comes to gambling. So I just wanted to call in and thank you, and that's about it.
Man, you left me speechless, brother. Honestly, you did, and I know exactly where you're coming from. We've had a lot of personal conversations outside of things, and I really appreciate that call. And people are probably thinking, man, he set up a mode to call in. No, honestly, this is organic. I didn't even know the number, but I appreciate you calling in. And like I said, I always tell you we could do it together, man. And I learn from you guys just like you learn from me. So I appreciate you, and let's keep making money together, man.
Yes, sir. Sounds good.
Go get some Henry's Puffy Tacos, too, for me. I miss that place.
What is it?
Henry's Puffy Tacos is right there at Bandera Road in 410, right in Leon Valley.
I don't think I've actually ever actually been there. I'm a huge fan of Las Calapas, though, but I'll definitely add it to the list. I don't live on that side of town, but
yeah, that's the poor side of town. That's where I used to live. But
thanks for the
all
call,
right, man.
brother.
Appreciate it.
yeah, thanks, y'all. You have a good one.
Well, that was pleasant.
You ever had a Puffy Taco?
No.
And that's not innuendo.
What the hell is a puffy taco?
Puffy Taco is a San Antonio treasure. There's some places around here that do it, but not nearly like San Antonio Mexicans do it. San Antonio Tex-Mex does Puffy Tacos hard. So they take the masa, that cornmeal, and then they make it into a shell and then deep fry it, and it puffs up.
Yeah, okay.
And it is unbelievable.
My wife's mom makes those. I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
I've had that shell.
There's a place that they kind of reign supreme. They say they were the first place that ever actually did it and started selling them, called Henry's Puffy Tacos. My wife turned me on to that place when I was there going to college, and every time we go anywhere near Central Texas, we make a trip to San Antonio for them.
I like it. Appreciate the call, 281-522-6336. You can get in on the show. I'm going to give my man a free bracket, my man that just called. So hit me up on Twitch, or on Twitter, and remind me, so you get an extra bracket for that call. Anyone else who calls the show for the rest of the show, you get an extra bracket. And you know what that is? That's a trip to Vegas, the flight there, right? And the entry to the pool party. The rest you got to figure out yourself. But I'm getting you. That's gonna set me back a good $500, $600, maybe $700 total, and that's the prize you get for free. And this is how you're going to get it. Again, don't get ahead. Every time you guys start playing, hitting this and play, it slows down the game whenever Aaron's trying to load it. That's why we always say, just wait. And as soon as he tell you it's go time, follow those instructions and get on in. It's time for marbles. Don't go anywhere. Look, we got 20 people only watching. Go to your social medias. If you want to see this show continue and continue to grow, especially through you, we can only do it whenever you tell your people about it. Once they come here, they like what we deliver, and then they keep showing up every day. This is all it takes.
All right, Odd Squad, let me set up this race real quick. Pick a random track, twists and turns. There we go. All right. Exclamation point play in the chat now. Let me set my little magic timer here. I'll give you 90 seconds. 90 seconds and we go. All y'all sitting in that Twitch chat, exclamation point play. We'll get you racing. "45 seconds, get your marble in there in the chat. Exclamation point play, no spaces. Got plenty of you signed up, but let's see, only 10 of y'all so far? Come on, there's more than double that in the chat. Get in there. If you just joined the show, we're going to do our little marble race. Just type in exclamation point play in the chat here in the next 10-15 seconds, and then we're going to start this race. Top two get an extra bracket in the bracket contest. All right, here we go, Odd Squad. Let's do this. And they're off. I'm a crappy race caller sometimes. Everybody in the giant funnel of death. This reminds me of that funnel water slide back in the day. Everybody's just going around and around. I hope you don't get motion sickness. There we go. We got JG out in front now. And Goldie not far behind. Man, he's just rolling over those obstacles. Yeah, Goldie just flying around too, not far behind. Tiz Ants in the back. Ooh, and another funnel of death. Ooh, Goldie takes the lead. Goldie and Tiz Ants now battling for first. Man, this is just funnel of death. What do they call this one? Twists and turns. Yeah, it'd just be called funnels of death. JG out in first. Got a little bit of a lead. JG in first. We got Tizance in a distant second. And fading a little bit. Ooh. Get JG getting through that without a problem. Ooh, and Tizance flew through without a problem too. All right, ooh, looks like JG's gonna win it. And Goldie on the other side from the other tube. Nicely done. Good job, JG. You and Goldie713 get an extra bracket. We'll be back after this.
Welcome back. In a fantastic race. And a few winners. And a lot of laughter, because I see that's what we get. We always get marble gates, is what we're going to call it, from flat marbles to... Somebody said their marble was like Biden. He didn't know how to get to the finish. Welcome back. 281-522-6336. You guys are going to get me canceled. That's just fine. At this point, tell your friends before we get canceled. Please go to your social medias. Let's get this thing. I want to be in the 30s and 40s, and then we'll get to the 50s. Before you know it, we'll have 100 of us watching this. We are in our third week. We're trying to keep you entertained every single day from 1 to 2. That's Aaron Raybold. I am Jerry Bowe. If you're just now joining us, or if you just joined us for the marbles, they start figuring out, you know what, I don't even have to watch the show. I'll just show up for marbles and screw these guys. And screw you for that. 281-522-6336. Let's get back to Man Hold Up. AB pops up again, unfortunately. This time, though, with a little bit of proof. Instagram, he had a video with the doctor talking, and they're talking about he's explaining his injury, and the whole time he's like, yeah, so you mean I wasn't supposed to be out there, right? And the doctor's like, no, this is... So he's taken to Instagram to start FUing people. Now he threw Tom Brady under the bus and said that Brady asked him to play hurt, and that if he played hurt, Brady would pepper him with targets. gosh. He's just going to throw everybody under the bus.
He's throwing everybody under the bus, but this is a problem with the boy who cried wolf scenario.
Mm-hmm.
He's already established, people already suspect that he is crazy. He has done enough in his career that people go, okay, you say that. Do you have any proof of this? Do you have any proof that Tom Brady said this to you? No? Okay. It sounds like boy who cried wolf again. It's dude who went crazy again. I promise that's what he said. If Tom Brady denies it, Tom Brady's going to get the benefit of the doubt.
All day.
All day. Doesn't matter. Deflated footballs. None of that matters. What matters is you have done crazy so many times. Now when you throw things out there, nobody's going to believe you, whether it's true or not. And if it's true, I don't know. But my instinct is he's crazy. I'm not going to believe. He's just going to do whatever he has to protect his money. He's crazy. Fine.
He's the guy that you give him that when he says something, you're like, man, hold up.
Yeah.
That's the kind of, man, hold up.
Like, think it through. You can only do so much before people stop believing you.
Let it go at this point. Unless he's trying to sue, which that might be his ultimate plan. At this point, let it go. And let's get to the next one here. Hold up. How much would you spend on your man cave? We all try to want our man caves a comfortable spot to watch a game, you know, maybe with a bar or whatnot. Show this man cave and show how much do you think this man cave here costs, and would you spend this much?
Oh, man.
We got to pay commercials. Sorry, we got to pay commercials around here. You don't get this for free. It's brought to you by I Wish.
Yeah. Thanks, Subaru.
Double commercial?
Bunch of jerks.
Come on. My people got somewhere to be. Oh, welcome. Come on in. Come on in to Odd Takes. Would you like something to drink?
He's got the vintage video games over there. He's got a full bar. All kinds of flavors, all kinds of spirits.
More bar.
He's got his regular wells there, too.
What would you do with a place like this, Odd Squad? Look, memorabilia, the vintage. I see a Genesis. I saw a Sega CD.
I saw a classic PlayStation on there, too.
Yeah. I mean, look at this.
Back to the Future merch. A bunch of soccer jerseys that mean nothing to me.
What would you do with a place like this? My man said he built it.
He's got a couch for passing out. He's got his chair for watching games by
There's a
himself.
lot of liquor in there, too. I mean, he fully stocked that.
Oh, yeah.
That's like a bar.
Yeah.
How much do you think this costs? Twitch, how much? And shout out to you guys on YouTube as well. I can't leave you out. Carlos Castillo, my man Alex. Shout out to you guys as well. How much we putting into this? 30,000? 33,000 is the numbers that are starting to be figured. Does that look like 33 grand to you? If you had 33 grand, would you spend it as such? How about you?
No. If I want a man cave, I need one TV. I don't need two TVs. I need one TV with like 4 different HDMI ports. I need one so I can watch sports, one so I can play one video game, one so I can play another video game, and then another one. What would I do with my 4th HDMI port? I guess I'd hook up like a Blu-ray player or something so I could watch. But still, I don't need all of this extravagance. First off, my liquor cabinet looks nothing like that. If you can't find anything to drink at my house, you're not looking. I got plenty of liquor. I don't need that much. Nobody needs that much. Unless people are paying to go sit in that place, like a real bar, you don't need that much. Nobody has that much variety. Nobody gives a damn.
What if it lands you a girlfriend that you don't have like it did this man? Let me not bury the lead on this story. They wrote it as in this led to a girlfriend. I'm not sure how those two pan out, but look at them. There she is. It's her man cave too.
Yeah. Now, he built this prior to the relationship, and magically she wandered into his life, now they're friends.
All his boys. There was good times. I mean,
I'm not going to You know what? I don't give a shit if I offend people. What do you think went through her head when he said, I spent $34,000 on a man cave?
Dun, dun, dun. Here it comes.
You think she said, hey, what do you do for a living?
She wants my money.
I mean, gotta be. Like, what? Sorry. I've never met a woman who looks like that who gives a shit what your man cave looks like enough to date you. Except for, unless that price tag came with it.
What kind of hold up are we going to give him for the efforts? My man's living good now. Look at him.
I mean, I can't hate
his
the
boys
fact
can't
that he
come
got
over.
one.
You know, his boys are probably like, damn, we only got to enjoy that thing a little bit.
Yeah.
Now she's in the picture.
But I still can't hate him for getting it while he can.
Hold up. That's the kind. Yeah, that's the one where you just walk in whenever they say, yeah, it's finished. And you walk in for that first time, you just, hold up. This is me? Let's get to the next hold up, the last one of the day. This one's going to be near and dear to a lot of your hearts, or somewhere near. And sex by state. You can probably read it a little bit better than I. Let them know what the key is here.
So on the right-hand side, you've got a group of sex positions from corkscrew to standing 69 to cowgirl position to the woman on top, which I thought originally was cowgirl. But I'm not, we're not going down that road. To a spooning sex position. And then you've got random kinks. Having an affair, a foot fetish, masochism, open relationships, sexy photo shoots, impact play, watching porn, all kinds of different fetishes. They went and they looked at all the different states and they decided to give each state their favorite position and their favorite kink. Whereas here in the great state of Texas, it looks like a lot of y'all like feet. At least that's the color that matches to my eye. I could be wrong, but that looks like a lot of y'all like feet.
A lot of you just hid your feet right now. You might have been sucking on a toad listening to the show. And all of a sudden you're backing up like, damn it, they're on to me. But this is what you get here. And this is according to where'd they pick this up? Google Analytics and searches. So every time you go to, whether you're incognito mode, you sinner. I'm talking to you. You sinner. And when you're in incognito mode, wife goes to HEB real quick. Okay. Incognito mode. Well, that still counts here. The corkscrew seems pretty. If you look all over look how many corkscrews. There's a lot of corkscrews throughout this nation, this beautiful country.
Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama.
Everything in the middle, everything on the West Coast, too. Look at all the West Coast. They're all the corkscrew.
Yep.
But now what stuck out to me, go look at the reverse cowgirl on the key, and there's only one state that I saw at the bottom, unless I missed something. There was one on the bottom right there.
Georgia.
Georgia's a fan of the reverse cowgirl, apparently.
I mean...
And this is according to Google. This isn't like they just pulled 100 drunk, gambling, horny guys. And this was a compilation of your searches. I'm talking to you again. You. This is what you came up with.
Bunch of sinners.
I don't even want to. This is usually where you're like one or two to agree. I don't even want to know.
Yeah.
Just shake your head right now where you're at, yes or no, and close out that
we don't
incognito.
need to know.
You don't have to watch us in incognito. Damn it. Changes. Let's get to changes real quick. Something serious before we get out of here. That was Man Hold Up, something we do once a week. I want to get something serious, though, here because supposedly some changes are coming. I want to know what you guys think. The NFL's talking about scheduling changes. Are you for or against these changes? Starting with number one. Double headers on Monday nights. Not just the beginning of the year, how you usually get that opening week, you get a double header, but throughout the season. Are you a fan of double headers on Monday nights?
I don't mind them. I mean, now that I don't have to wake up the crack of friggin' dawn, or actually while it's still dark outside to go to work, yeah, I don't mind them. It depends. It's got to be two good teams. Because if it's not two good games, four good teams, two good games, then what are you showing off? What are you like? Are you going to put Bengals Texans on one of, or Jags Texans on one? Nobody wants that.
Keyword, showing off. You make a great point there. Why? Because the thought is that they would have to stagger these games within 1 hour of each other I don't know whose thought this is. So obviously they'd be able to run on ABC and ESPN because they're both owned by Disney.
Yep.
So they would be able to run them there simultaneously through 1 hour increments. So you'll catch the last hour of one, but then at the same time, many are saying, well, then you're fighting yourself for ratings.
Yeah.
You're basically muting the point of we want to have two games on a Monday night. Well, now you're splitting the ratings. But I guess one's free, one's not on cable. I didn't even think about that, and one is on cable, being ESPN.
Yeah. I mean, the goal is they want to take half of the they're looking at it going, hey, we'll double our audience. Or at least we'll 1.5 times, because the people who wouldn't watch the normal Monday Night Football game, hopefully we'll rope in a couple of teams, well, at least one that they care about. They'll pay attention. I don't know if it's going to work.
It's tough. We saw it.
Because we know there are lackluster games. And there have been lackluster freaking Monday night games all last season too.
Thursdays, you get a lot of bad games usually, and you think to yourself, man, and you catch yourself betting it because it's the game that's on. You catch yourself starting people on your fantasy team because you're bored. Thinking, well, man, I'll just start one receiver on Thursday night. And speaking of Thursday night, let's go right there, because Amazon, obviously now it's got rights to the Thursday night games as well, but they are saying that they want to run a Black Friday game. A game on Black Friday. How do you feel about that? Twitch, yes, 1 for yes, 2 for no. Black Friday game.
I mean, I don't like it because I like college football. There are college football games, there are rivalry games that take place that night.
The good days of A&M in Texas.
The problem is Amazon already signed this contract. If it didn't include the Black Friday game in there, I mean, you're asking for it nicely, but there's not a damn thing the NFL has to do. Because I guarantee all the lawyers that Amazon has and all the lawyers the NFL has, not every one of them overlooked it and went, oh, hey, by the way, you're guaranteed every Thursday night football game, but there is no Thursday night game on Amazon. It actually goes to network TV because of Thanksgiving. I guarantee there's not a way there's that many lawyers who overlooked it. So they knew this. They made this deal, and now they went, ooh, extra money. Can we do a game on Black Friday?
Dun, dun, dun. Supposedly, the term that was used was they're lukewarm to this. Literally, they said that verbatim. Lukewarm to the idea where there's money, there's something like that this can happen. Also, the last change, this Christmas Day happens to fall on a Sunday. Many are saying that the NFL should move a lot of those games to the afternoon games, at least to Saturday. What are your thoughts about this whole thing? Move them, play them on Sunday? How would you go about this situation?
Well, luckily, I mean, at that point in time, you're into the early shitty bowl games that nobody likes anyways. The Bahamas Bowl, the Boca Raton Bowl, stuff like that. So unless your kid's playing in it or you've got action on the game, you're not really watching those anyways. But to me, this is Roger Goodell's opportunity. This is Roger Goodell's, I'm not going to say legacy, but you want to put your balls on the table. You want to be big bad Goodell. You want to be the big bad NFL. What else does everybody look forward to on Christmas Day, sports-wise?
Basketball. That's when basketball season starts for a lot of, the casual fan. They say, oh, yeah, I'll catch the basketball games on Christmas Day.
Exactly. We always have it in the background usually.
And then
guess what? If you're Roger Goodell, you know what I'm telling everybody? I'm looking at all the owners and I'm going, everybody wants to play on Saturdays. Players don't want to be away from their families on Christmas Day. Tough shit. Watch this. We're going to air a full slate of games on Sunday. And guess what? The NBA is going to take a bath in ratings. And guess what? When we're 50 million viewers ahead of them in ratings on that one day, every single one of you is going to have to pony up another couple million for me, because guess what? This league that I run is king.
Yeah.
You want to put the NBA owners in some of the owners like Gail Benson own a little bit of both, but as NFL owners, you want to be able to put down the other guys at the country club, the other billionaires, and say, oh, I own an NBA team. Cool. You're still nothing but a little brother. We're going to play all our games on Christmas Day on Sunday. We're going to take in all that ratings, all that money, and 3 people are going to watch Lakers Celtics.
NBA would have a fit. Usually you have the LA versus LA at night. And as of right now, is they're hoping that the NFL moves to Saturday, most of the games, and then just have a Sunday night game, which still it's going to clash with, it usually was the LA game, or you'd catch that. It'd be like Nuggets Warriors or something, just something wild. Usually you get a good game to cap out the night. What happens if NFL goes Christmas? That's late towards the end of the year. That's got some implications, big implications probably. I'm curious to see what happens. NFL is saying that they're going to move most of those games to Saturday. At which point does Goodell, if he wants to be that guy and say, man, no, we're playing Sunday.
Roger, listen to me right here. Put your balls on the table and just say, fuck them all. Christmas Day is Sunday. It only happens once every couple years, or once every 7 years, 14 years, depending on leap year crap. Watch this and do it. Put your balls on the table and go, every team is playing except for the Monday night game and the Thursday night game. We're not doing Saturday games at all that week. Screw it. We're putting a full slate on Sunday, and we're going to rake, and we're going to ruin everybody else's ratings. Let's see how many people are watching A Christmas Story versus how many people are watching live football.
Roger Goodell as the Grinch. And now it's time for you to put your balls on the table. Not those balls, but the marbles. And I got to leave you. It's almost 2 o'clock. We're going to leave you in the hands of destiny, whatever it is that you're destined to do, whether it's drink some beer, whether it's go get those margaritas ready, National Margarita Day, some tacos, whatever it is. I don't give a damn. Turn up a little bit. It's the midweek, and I don't even know if I'm going to make it to the end. And we only have a few weeks before we're going to be off, probably an entire week whenever I'm out of town for March Madness. So before then, let's have a good time. Please, please, please go to YouTube, even if you're not watching it over there. It helps us a lot. Hit the thumbs up. It'll get us going so other people can find us. And before you know it, we'll have a big crowd sitting here. But until then, make sure you tell all your friends about this show. Please, please retweet everything we do. And peace out. We're out.
Thank you, Aggie Milkman. Yeah, I know we got an ad running for some of y'all. Some of y'all that are not subscribed. If you're not subscribed, guess what? This is your update. Subscribe to the channel. You can do it, especially if you got Amazon Prime. Everybody's got Amazon Prime. Jeff Bezos knows every single detail about your life. He listens to you when you're railing your old lady. So guess what? You got Amazon Prime. You get a free subscription on Twitch. Subscribe here. Hit that little subscription thing on there. Make sure your Amazon Prime account is linked to your Twitch account, and you get it for free. Then you don't have to deal with the ads. I'm just trying to talk and waste some time before the ads finish. So when we get everybody in here, we'll do our marble race. Somebody let me know when the ads are over, too, because I'm tired of just, spitballing and saying stupid shit. They're done? All right, good. There, THIRE, Aggie Milkman. All right, guys, let's do a marble race and get out of here. We'll go catch Barry over on deck. Because Barry's got a nice big deck. All right, exclamation point play. Robotic roadway. This ought to be interesting. Exclamation point play in the chat. Come on. You want to race? Let's do it. Oh, what's up, Steven? What's up, Bill O'Brien? That's what I'm just going to call you. There's plenty of y'all in here. Exclamation point play in the chat. Get you a marble. I'm going to start this race in a minute 15. A minute 15, 75 seconds. So get in. If you're out in the other room just listening and not watching, get your ass in here. Exclamation point play in the Twitch chat. If you're on YouTube, get your ass over to Twitch. Come on. All right, 30 seconds and I hit play. 30 seconds and I hit play. All right, here we go. Hope everybody got their marble. I'm not feeling sorry for you. All right, Cuse Orange right out the gate, running through all these obstacles. This Plinko board, as I like to call it. Ooh. Clue Patron got in first. Got all the way down to the tube. Joel Hernandez in second. Cuse Orange in third. Let's see, we got Clue Patron on this side. Cuse Orange not far behind him. Ooh, little cannon action. And then you hit the roulette board, kind of. Roulette wheel. Oh, did somebody just go straight down the tube? That was impressive. We got Forms in second. We've got Clue Patron in first still. JG right out there fighting for first. Where's your ball going, Clue Patron? Did you just lose it? Oh. What the hell? Oh, y'all keep falling off the map. Where the... Oh. Everybody keeps going off the edge. Everybody falling. Ah, there we go. Oh, and you missed the landing platform. Oh, and Alex Villanueva goes through it. Okay, that explains. That was a long-ass fall. What the hell? That wasn't confusing. Ooh, some more y'all made it. Good job. Oh, our dude Jimenez got stuck behind the rocks. This might take forever. Barry's show might be over by the time we get done with this. Good lord. Oh, there's just a giant pile up now. Oh, and it disappears. That's interesting. Oh. Photo finish. You know what? I'll give all three. All three of y'all finish at the same time. I'll give all three of y'all a bracket. Good job, Jimenez, BSG, and Joel. Only 5 of y'all made it through the race without falling off the map. That's pretty crazy, too. Where's Forms? Is he still stuck? He's still just in that damn windmill of death. Oh. Oh. And he keeps just falling and getting stuck in this. I could watch this all day. Oh, my God. This is awesome. Oh, is he going to get out? Is he going to get out? Is he going to get out? Ah! There we go. Good job, Forms. You finally made it through. All right, guys. Y'all have fun. If Barry would show up to his own damn show, we'd be able to raid this shit, but good lord. Oh, that was good. That was a good race. All right. If you guys want to stick around, we'll raid Barry's show whenever he starts. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you back here tomorrow for a hump day.
Thank you.